welcome back everyone to another video. So a couple of days back, like about I think 3 days back, I posted a poll on Instagram and Facebook asking that should I do a video in comparison of the Taurus g3c, uh, the Beretta 92 FS and the Glock 17 Gen 3. So about I would say 75%. I'm not sure exactly. I'll just put in the B-roll so you guys can see. About 70% of you guys said that I should compare this video. I should do this video in comparison of these three guns, and about 30% of you guys said no. So I guess majority is authority. So I guess we'll do it. So here we go. So of this video of the comparison in between these three guns, I'll make about two parts of this video. In first part, we will discuss their ergonomics, their feel, their categories or their purposes and their features. And in the next video, hopefully soon, we will go to the range and shoot both of them and see the difference between handling and shooting. Not both of them, or three of them. So in this video we will just discuss the analytics and review the guns, and in the next video we'll go shoot some stuff. So let's get started. So first of all, the packing. That's the obvious thing that you guys see. So the Taurus has this really nice big case. It's quite sturdy, so you won't damage your gun while traveling or something like that. So it comes in this nice padded case. As you can see, I hope you guys can see, it has 3 magazines, number 2, third one is in the gun. It has this little helper for speed loading. It has a little slot for your ammunition. It comes with a chamber flag and a cleaning rod with a brush on the end. So that was the packing of the Taurus. Moving on to the Beretta. Unfortunately, this is old gun. This is an old gun, so I don't have its packing right now. But it has a briefcase type of box. I put in some B-roll of that as well. But it comes with that in that box. Right now, I have a gun with one magazine inside it, and the other magazine is here. This is basically a holster which you put on your hip, or just put it in your vehicle or something like that. So that was the Beretta. Now moving on to the Glock. The Glock also comes in this nice polymer case. It's also quite sturdy. Open it up. Now the foam that you see here, we cut this by ourselves. We put this foam in ourselves. The Glock does not come with this foam over here. First of all, it has its cleaning brush, nylon brush, its rod. It's nicely fixed in there so it won't wobble around. A helper as well for the Glock, a secondary magazine, and then the pistol itself with another magazine inside it. So that was the packing. I'll put a little index in the description of the video so you guys can skip to a specific part if you want, but I'll go through all the features, and if you want to skip to some part, you can feel free to do so. Okay, let's just start with talking about the ergonomics, the features, the safety features of the gun. So we'll start with the Taurus. Its mags holds about not about exactly 12 rounds. It also comes with a 10 round mag. This happens to be the 12 round mag. It has a polymer frame and a polymer slide, and you can see the internals are obviously metallic. It has a barrel length of 3.5 or 3.2 inches, I'm not exactly sure. The total length is 6.3 inches. As I said, it has a polymer frame. The safety features on this gun, there are a couple of them. One is a manual safety. You flip it upwards to make the gun safe. You flip it down to make the gun ready to fire. It has a trigger safety. As you can see, this little knob on the trigger, just like the Glock. You press this, then the gun will fire. If you don't press this knob, the gun won't fire. You also also have this little port over here where you can see the loaded chamber indicator. Now let's move on to the Beretta. Okay, now for the Beretta, as you can see, it has very less polymer features on it. The only polymer I can see here is the trigger itself and the grips on the safety the grip itself. So the features on this Beretta, it has a barrel length of 4.9 inches, just the barrel, and if you drop the slide, the total length of the slide is 8.5 inches, and the total height of the gun is about 6 inches. So the magazine is a sandproof metallic magazine. It holds 15 rounds, and unlike the Taurus, the Beretta it has the safety over here. It does not have the safety on the trigger. The safety is this flip up safety. You flip it upwards where you can see the red dot, that means fire. You flip it down, or this is also called a decocker. You flip it up, pull the hammer back, and it fired. So this can also be a single action or double action. As you can see, the hammer goes back. If you cock it back, the hammer flies forward. So this will be your single or double action. The barrel is not threaded. I've seen on the newer guns, on the Beretta M9A3, the barrels are threaded. So this is an older version, but it looks pretty cool, right? Okay, last but not least is the Glock, and personally this is my favorite. I love this gun actually. This is the Glock. By the way, if I forgot to tell you, the Taurus is the Taurus g3c, the Beretta is the Beretta 92 FS, and this is a Glock 17 Gen 3, all in 9mm. So the magazine holds 17 rounds. It has a polymer lower and a metallic upper. The barrel length is 8.3 inches, and the total length of this gun is, I have actually written the stats over here because I can't remember, there are too many of them. The total length of the barrel is, it's 4.4 inches, and the total length of the slide is 8.3 inches. It has a safety just like the Taurus. The trigger safety, you press this knob, the gun will fire, and you might notice the trigger looks a bit different. That's because I have switched it out. I have switched the trigger for this Zev Technologies reverted flat face Pro trigger. It's a really nice trigger. I have just dry fired it. It's really nice. It has taken out all the creep that the original factory trigger had, and I hope to get the new weight reduction springs for it so I can make it even lighter. So I guess, yes, and just like the Taurus, this is also a striker fire, not an exposed hammer fire like the Beretta. And the overall, I'm again looking at the stats. So the overall height of this gun is 5.47 inches. So for me personally, this gun ticks all the boxes. So now let's compare the ergonomics of these guns. Now to talk of the ergonomics, as for the Glock, I love it, so I'll be a little more biased towards it, so don't bash me for that. So it has a nice polymer frame, a soft checkering over here which does not hurt your hand. I say hurt because in the next couple of guns I'll show you why I say hurt. So it has a really nice feel to it. You have these grooves over here and over here to put your thumb, and a groove also over here to put your lower thumb. So the grip is really nice. The sights are very accurate on this gun. I have fired it at 10 yards and 25 yards. It basically stacks them on top of each other. If they don't, it is probably because of the ammo or its shooter error. So it feels very nice. It feels awesome to handle, and it's just a great gun. Now moving on to the Beretta. As you can see, it's all metallic, so it's not very ergonomic. It does not have any cuts over here for your fingers like the Glock does. It does not have any checkering over here. It has these straight lines. Don't mind, actually. maybe if you can mind. This is a really old model. I don't exactly remember the exact model of this gun. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments below. So it's all metallic. When you shoot, it kind of hurts your hands a little bit, not that much, because obviously you're shooting a 9mm that does not have that much recoil, but still. But the only thing that I like about the Beretta is its mag, the sandproof mags. They come out so smoothly out of the magazine well. As if you compare it with the Glock, it's a little sluggish because it's polymer on polymer. It's a little sluggish, but that point goes to the Beretta. Otherwise, no hate on this gun. It's a really nice gun. The feel is nice. It's fairly accurate, although it's very old. It's fairly accurate, and if you fire it single action, which obviously you do, the trigger is fairly light. But when you are doing this with double action, the trigger is pretty heavy. But on single action, it's pretty light. So moving on to the Taurus G3c. As I said before, the grips don't hurt on the Glock. I was referring to this. This has some really hard checkering on both sides of the grip that really wear out your hand if you are shooting a lot. This gun is not meant to shoot a lot, but if you do, your hand will start to get hurt a little bit. The couple of times that I've fired it, when you fire it, the trigger guard often tends to smash against your finger over here, but otherwise it's basically same. It has this Picatinny rail just like the Glock down here for your accessories. It has a little more recoil because of the short barrel, but it's pretty manageable. So again, the magazine holds. This is also, I believe this is sandproof magazine. It's metallic, so it should be. I'm not really sure, but I haven't compared all of these three guns side by side. So once we do in the next part of this video, I'll get an exact idea of how the gun feels while shooting. Okay, so now we have talked about the ergonomics, the feels, and the sights and everything about that. Let's take a quick second to see how to strip these guns. I'm sure there are a lot of videos on the internet to show you how to strip these guns, but I'll do my part. So starting with the Taurus, drop the magazine, turn the safety down, make the gun on fire, make sure the gun is clear, press the trigger. It won't stay back, but press the trigger, grab it like this or maybe like this, whatever you feel is okay. Pull the slide back about 1/4 of an inch. It has these two buttons on both sides just like the Glock. You pull the slide back, you push the buttons down, and I don't know why, but you somehow need to press the trigger. Maybe it's my technique or something like that, but you have to press the trigger to release the slide. There you go. That's the polymer frame, its guide rod, and then its stainless steel barrel. Fairly easy to field assemble, field strip, and your daily maintenance. But if you need to completely strip it, you need to be a little bit more careful. So to reassemble it, you join these two lips with these two ports over here, just like this. Pull the slide back until it locks back. You put the mag in and you're ready to rock. Moving on to the Beretta, you drop the mag, you take a shot, you press this little button over here, and then simultaneously you turn this lever downwards, clockwise. So you press this button, this, and then you do this. The slide will come off. Frame, the guide rod, as you can see, it has a pretty long guide rod. The barrel is a bit of a fuss. The barrel, all three of these guns are really easy to field strip and daily cleaning. Come on, So you put the guide rod back on, you reassemble the slide, you line these two ports with these two lips again, pull them back. While you are pulling back on the slide, don't push this button, just flip this lever upwards and your gun should be good to go. Take a shot, make sure the hammer drops, it drops, so good. So now with the Glock, you drop the mag, you press the trigger, pull the slide back 1/4 inch, again you press these two buttons just like the Taurus, and I don't know why, but I also need to press the trigger on the Glock. There you go. So there's your polymer frame. As you can see, there are some shiny parts in this because I just installed the ZEP trigger today, so it's pretty clean right now. So there you have it. You have your guide rod, you have your barrel. Again, it's pretty simple to strip all three of these guns for daily maintenance or your field strip. You push the guide rod back, there you go. Be careful with your finger, don't slice it. Again, line those two upper lips with these two ports like so. Push the slide back, there you have it. Lock the slide back and you're ready to rock again. So I guess that is it for this video, or if I missed something, please let me know in the comments below, and in the next video we'll take out the guns to the range and we'll shoot some stuff with it, and basically the shooting will determine which gun is the best, obviously. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one.